Welcome to Truth Thursday, a space where we uncover the unseen, break through deception, and reclaim the sacred power within. Today we're talking about divine protection. The moment we realize that not everything meant for you can be stolen, and that true love, true worth, is never up for grabs. In this story, we witness the consequences of greed, the illusion of control, and the undeniable truth that what is divinely sealed cannot be broken by force. This is more than a lesson in self-worth. It's a reminder that you are not something to be taken, bargained for, or diminished. You are sacred. You are guarded. You are the keeper of divine love. Let's begin today's story, The Chest for Divine Love. I sat in front of a group of young women, their eyes wide with curiosity. The air was thick with anticipation, and I could feel their eagerness to hear what I had to say. I took a deep breath, steadying myself, and began. Let me tell you a story. A story about a chest. But not just any chest. This one held the greatest treasure of all. There was once someone who thought they could take what was never meant for them. They were desperate, hungry, not for food, not even for love, but for power. They convinced themselves that if they could get inside this chest, they would have everything they ever wanted. But they didn't try alone. Oh no. They made a deal with the devil himself. And he was more than happy to feed their greed. I sat and let that sink in for a moment, watching the girls' faces. They were on the edge of their seats. The devil whispered in their ear, promising them riches beyond their wildest dreams. You can have it all, he told them. You're strong enough to take it. And so they tried. They schemed. They plotted. They believed they could force their way in. I paused and glanced around the room, seeing the young women hanging on to every word. But here's what they didn't know, I said, lowering my voice just a bit. The chest wasn't an object to be stolen. It wasn't something that could be forced open, because this chest was a person. The room went quiet as they blinked in surprise. It was me. The silence hung in the air, thick and heavy, before a slow dawning of realization spread across their faces. They thought they could take my heart, my love, my spirit, and twist it for their own gain. They thought pain could break me, that their tricks and betrayal would be enough to make me open up to them. But they were wrong, because what they were trying to steal wasn't just love. It was divine love, sacred love. And that kind of love can't be taken. It can only be given. I saw a few of the young women nod, and their eyes now filled with understanding. I smiled gently, my heart lightening. You see, the devil is always looking for those who think they can take shortcuts. He hypes them up, makes them believe they're unstoppable. But those who try to force their way into what is sacred always pay the price. Because the divine doesn't ignore injustice. The divine doesn't let darkness win. I lean forward, making eye contact with each of them, my gaze steady. I tell you this because I want you to understand your worth. You're not just something to be taken. Your love, your light, it is not a prize for the unworthy. The right ones, the ones who come with pure hearts and pure intentions, won't try to steal from you. They won't try to break you open. They'll wait. They will respect the sacredness of who you are. Because love isn't meant to be hoarded. It isn't meant to be stolen. It isn't meant to be shared freely and willingly with those who don't honor it. I leaned back, letting my words settle in the room. So the next time someone tries to take more than they're meant to, the next time someone tries to convince you that you have to give them your love out of fear, guilt, or pressure, remember this story. Remember the chest. And remember that you are not something to be stolen. You are a treasure. And the divine will always protect what is sacred. The room was silent, but I could see the fire lighten up in their eyes. And I knew this was a truth they would never forget. As I stood in the truth of who I am, I felt the weight of their attempts fall away, powerless, insignificant. They had tried to take what was never theirs, but the divine had already spoken. What is sealed in love cannot be stolen. What is protected by truth cannot be deceived. This journey was never about keeping the chest locked away. It was about realizing that love, real love, is not meant to be hoarded or controlled. It is meant to be shared, to heal, to uplift. And in that realization, I understood true power is not in how well we guard ourselves, but in knowing that we are always divinely protected. As you reflect on this story today, I invite you to ask yourself, where have you allowed others to take what was never theirs to hold? What parts of your spirit are you ready to reclaim? Healing begins when we recognize our worth, when we stop proving our value to those who were never meant to receive it, and when we step fully into the love that was always meant for us. The chest was opened, and the season of divine restoration has begun.